Yo, look who pops up tonight. The fraud of all frauds. Nobody but Earl Carter. And as you can see, Earl Carter has been torn up in these comments. If you see Brother Clifton Hill, he's bringing it to the attention of Carter that you use all these diplomatic words when you talk about Sheard, but you tell Blake, myself, and Mr. Hill, we was letting him have it. So I know he put me in timeout. He couldn't take it. Listen, man, Earl Carter ain't nothing but a fraud. He let Sheard off the hook. But he's still tearing Blake up. I'm going to show you some footage. Check this out.
Bishop Sheard is that he thought that it would be wonderful for the churches of God in Christ around the world would be distributors of the food, the groceries. And we discussed it, and I said, no, Bishop. And he listened, and he changed his mind because he loves the church of God in Christ. He's a big man because I know Charles Blake did something. He was worshiping with the Mormons. Oh, yes, there's a video with Charles Blake lifting his hands and going on with the Mormon church.
Wait a minute. We discussed it. So that means Earl Carter has the ear and the direct access to the presiding bishop of a church that he rebelled against. Okay, so that gives us further insight as to who Earl Carter goes after. Earl Carter is bought and paid for by Sheard. That's why he moving like he moving. And you hear him try to shift the focus over to Bishop Charles Blake. Okay? I'm going to let you hear something else. This 100% fraud said.
Well, this will soon pass. And the Lord will bless us to go on. Forget those things which are behind. Oh, I got somebody now. Forget it. Forget those things which are behind. Forget what happened last week. Forget Salt Lake City. Forget it. Forget those things which are behind, and let's press toward the mark. Yeah. Of the high calling of Jesus Christ. Praise the name of the Lord. All right, I'm done.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't he just go after Charles Blake for something that happened years ago? Him worshiping with the Mormons? But when it comes to Sheard, we need to forget those things. And when you see him like lifting up his head like he reading something at the end of his little forgetting those things statement, I put in them comments, you ain't forget Blake. I'm telling you, man, this guy is bought and paid for. He is a fraud. Mr. It was reported to me is a fraud. I'm going to let y'all hear this fraud one more time.
He's a big man because I know Charles Blake did something. He was worshiping with the Mormons. Oh, yes, there's a video with Charles Blake lifting his hands and going on with the Mormon church. Forget those things which are behind. Oh, I got somebody now. Forget it. Forget those things which are behind. Forget what happened last week. Forget Salt Lake City. Forget it. Forget those things which are behind, and let's press toward the mark.